So hey guys, I figured I'd give everybody a semi kind of update. Holy cow, blinded by the light, revved up like a deuce. Anyway, sorry, part of being an audiophile. Um, Squirrel. So anyway, figured I'd give everybody an update. I think the vigil's getting ready to start. I've wanted to go, even though everybody knows how I feel about vigils for the most part. I wanted to go, but there's been some talk about my safety and concerns, and even with my guards and things we've kept for days on me. Because there have been some crazies, and obviously, right now, every day it's watching patterns, wondering which one you're gonna get eaten by. Oh dear, blinded by the light again. It's in my head. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna stay where I can do the most good this evening. But there was also just and look, guys, look, the people I'm working with, and I know everybody doesn't agree, but I did make it clear to others in this before I started doing this that I was going to do this, and everybody was fine with that. But opinions are like assholes. Just because others have varying opinions does not mean I agree or disagree with anyone. And from the beginning, I said that's not what I'm here for. Um, but everybody has the best intentions, and it's about summer, whether opinions vary or not. And the unity's been kind of amazing to see. Um, but I think the people I've worked with have managed, as a few minutes ago, I think I announced the last numbers. It was at 22,000 for summer's continued fund. And I think now, from my understanding, it goes to a children's advocacy center next year instead of here shortly, if she's not found or no tips come in. So that's pretty fucking amazing, honestly, considering the reward was not even 40 before we began. So 22,000 is not bad to go along with that. And then the people in Mergland have also gotten billboards going back up in town with summer space on them. So hopefully, either way. So I think I'm going to stay here and do the what I can do, and so I don't distract from other things happening tonight. And I think I'm just too emotionally open anyway to other people right now. Because some of the people are already there and there's already tears flowing, and also some online crazies are crazy, and I know what's going to happen if I show up. So anyway, I don't want to distract from summer or what should be solely about summer, or have crazies doing crazy things. So if y'all can make it out there, I'm sure it'll be appreciated. It's at Warriors at the Riding Stable Pond. I think it starts at 6:30 tonight. Anyway, what I'm gonna do in the meantime, because look, I'm exhausted. It's been days pushing. Even though my body is not doing well, I couldn't even keep up the kids yesterday in the store. I mean, it's failing Like I'm just weak and down and just everything is just a shit show. Be honest with you. If I could get a body transplant going, I damn sure do it. And eventually I hope to get around to posting the hand signal. I'll at least find the video tonight for domestic violence. Um, but the girl who designed the one, Obsidian, actually, she may or may not watch this, definitely needs a shout out, and I'll share hers. Amazing artist. But yeah, that definitely needs to be shared. It can save lives. So at some point, I'll try to get to that. But for now, what I'm going to do is jump my ass in the shower. I'm exhausted, but I have canceled on a person and dinner for like 3 nights running. And then this morning, my ass fell asleep on a live panel. I'm not even kidding. Oh, so yeah, that's where I'm at. Falling asleep on YouTube. It was amazing. It was a great nap though. So anyway, but my heart was hurting so bad by that time this morning. Plus, people had been talking about Voldemort and shit, comment section and craziness, and like y'all, I don't even want to see his name or face on fucking wall. Like I can't. Like, can it? Don't send me that shit. Like I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. It's hard enough living with this shit every day. Fuck that. Um, y'all can talk amongst yourselves. Keep the fuck away from me. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to see that name, and I don't want to fucking see that face. So anyway, I'm gonna go take a shower, and while the vigil's occurring, because I think the general consensus is that it's to be kept on summer tonight and solely about summer, not about clicks and this and views and shares and whatever else. So, while that's happening and the vigil's occurring tonight, I'm going to finally, hopefully, go play a round of pool or have a drink or finally accomplish dinner with this person after I take my ass a shower. And then I'll come back and do what and where I think I can help most, which is being on the panels and things. For the last 24-hour push for summer to get this fund up higher. So hopefully maybe it's enough for somebody to call in that tip or, say something, you know, and find her wherever she is or help find whoever did this because that's what matters. So summer, 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 you guys. Keep that in mind. Keep her in mind. Share her info. Call her by her name. Share a picture. Don't forget about her. And today is obviously the 15th, and had me crying at midnight last night. And yeah, so y'all just keep her in mind. And like I said, share info, share a picture, talk about her. No matter where you stand and what opinion you have on who did or who didn't or whatever, if you keep her name and her picture and the info out there, in the end, it can only lead to like maybe tips or somebody talking or something, just like this money and the fund and extending it and the billboards going back up. And, so just keep in mind it's not about the circus around summer, it's about summer. So anyway, love you guys. I'm gonna go get my ass a shower, and my hair's just never gonna fucking behave. I give up on that. I gave up about 15 years ago. It'll be okay. Um, but I'm gonna take my ass a shower, take a short break to hopefully get dinner or a game of pool or something in with this poor person I promised for days, and then go have a moment to myself and some freedom for a little bit, and then come back and help where I can. So I figured it had been more than a few days since I had uploaded anything. Um, thought I would jump on here and assure everybody that I we are live. Um, I know some of you, you know, have sent messages and things, and I can't get back to everyone. Um, the messages from everywhere still pouring in are amazing, and I see you. I see all of you. Hang in there and hang on, and you know, one day at a time, right? And these scars and all these things they're hard, but y'all aren't alone, and I'm not alone. Um, but I do see your messages still. It's hard to get back to everybody. I see all their friends' requests pouring in, and as some of you can surely understand right now, it's hard to accept everybody. Uh, sorry, the tiniest is over there doing things. Um, but we're okay. We're obviously not where we were. I'm not gonna say where we are. Um, anyway, but we are safe. As safe as can be with everything going on, which is pretty much not, no matter where you go, right? Um, and then seems to be a habit of everybody who makes you feel unsafe wanting to whine about everything like they're the ones that aren't. I'm just like all fed up with all that bullshit. Story of my life. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure some of you know that I've been mostly over on YouTube. Um, True crime commentary. Scott H has thoughts. Q Carlock, a couple other places. You can find me there or in the comments sections, hanging out some days. Depends. Um, but anyway, y'all just keep sharing Summer's picture, her information. Um, you know, call the TBI, FBI if you have any tips or leads. Or surrounding agencies, whatever you want to do, just help. Um, anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know we are indeed alive. um, the struggle's real. Um, and I'll try to do a longer video and touch on that particular topic later. Tonight's not tonight because I've definitely been struggling with all kinds of things over the past few days. Vivid nightmares and all kinds of things. But anyway, I'll touch on it later when I have a little more time and feel okay. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I ever get there. Because tomorrow's a whole new day, and in our world, you never know what that brings. So, anyway, for everybody wondering, we are okay and ish, right? Ish. And safe ish. Um, yeah. And we'll see how that goes in the future, you know. But anyway, and look, y'all, I got a new Stitch shirt. It's amazing. Which I bought it like, I don't know, a week or two ago. It was on sale. Um, And then I forgot. I don't wear the same size anymore. I wear clothes. So the shorts are definitely no, but whatever. Top's cute. But that's how I feel. I'm pretty sure it says it's just one of those days, which pretty well sums up my whole life too, right? It's fuck around and find out, and just one of those days, and ish, whatever. Somebody doesn't put all that shit on my headstone, I'm gonna be real mad. Be real mad. But the weight loss is real. Just continues to plummet, and I guess we'll see when that merry-go-round stops. Whatever. Um. Anyway, I am going to hop off here now so I can make sure this loads. And like I said, when or if I get time, I will hopefully come back and explain some of the other things that have been going on throughout the past few days in our world. Uh, Definitely missing um, part of my tiny little family here, and oh, missing my kitty. Because who else can I plot world domination with other than my cat these days? Anyway, much love. I see you guys. Hang in there. Keep healing. Keep sharing Summer's information for the rest of you. She matters. We'll talk to you guys later.
Oh, shit. Was you guys able to hear me? Because I wasn't added to the stream. My husband's dropping things. I don't know if you heard me or not, but let me go ahead and say real quick. The reason I'm up now, early in the morning, showing this is because you can hear me now though, KK. Hold on, my husband has my stream playing. I have to pause that so I don't echo. Okay. The reason I'm up and doing this early now is because my family's sleeping. I had a friend stay over last night. He and his girlfriend had a fight. He's sleeping on my couch. If everybody gets up, I gotta go. I'm going to go through and show a bunch of videos I have from Jody Sue's Facebook. I really don't care at this point no more. We're gonna rewatch what I just showed. What I just showed you was she was public day 1, minute 1 on her public Facebook, where she claims she wasn't public. I'm showing you how she's a YouTuber. She has YouTube numbers, right? Then I'm showing you how she agreed for days and told her family prior that she was safe and trusted the chase and all the people shuffling her around. And then I'm going to show you a video of her at the hotel. When we finish those, I'm going to mute because I could probably stay on longer. I'm going to mute and I'm just going to play her damn videos from Facebook all day. I don't know, or as long as I can. I don't know what I'm clicking on. This is not an attack on Jody Sue. This is number one, me showing her how she created her own chaos. And number two, why people were suspicious of her, because I still am to this day. And I tell her that. Do I think she had anything to do with Summer? No. Jody, I do, however, think you had something to do with this fucking marathon. And the fake feds, if I'm being honest with you. The way you're pushing shit, the way you bring shit out, the way you create chaos and fights when Summer's case is quiet, the way you lie, the way you say you're not a YouTuber, like, it's enough. I want you out of my inbox and out of my life. I'm not covering you. I'm not hurting you. I'm doing my own thing on my own channel, and I have seriously had enough of you. That's all there is to it. So let's go through and let the new people that have come to Summer's case and the people who forget all your bullshittery, let's let them go back and watch from day 1, minute 1. I don't know what order these videos are in. All I know is I have 500 and some videos and maybe some more. So we're just going to, for the next few days, let them fucking play because I'm over this. I'm over her. I just want to move on, cover Summer, cover other missing kids, and get my shit together. I'm not here to deal with your drama, and I'm over it. So now let's go through and figure out how Jody Sue plays a part in all this. Whether or not it has to do with Summer or not, you have something to do with some bullshit because you didn't get mad till after that marathon. You wasn't being harassed till after that marathon. Except for by Baltimore, right? Who you was needing protection from. You seem pretty safe to me. To me, I'm not condoning anything he does. I think he's a piece of shit. But to me, it seems like he was out sticking his pipe in someone else's fucking hole. He wasn't concerned with you. He didn't come public until after a whole year later. More than a whole year. You were public day 1, minute 1. This is the proof. So let's just let this shit play.
So hey guys, I figured I'd give everybody a semi kind of update. Holy cow, blinded by the light, revved up like a deuce. No, anyway, sorry, part of being an audiophile. Um, Squirrel. So anyway, figured I'd give everybody an update. I think the vigil's getting ready to start. I've wanted to go, even though everybody knows how I feel about vigils for the most part. I wanted to go, but there's been some talk about my safety and concerns, and even with my guards and things we've kept for days on me. Because there have been some crazies, and obviously, right now, every day it's watching patterns, wondering which one you're gonna get eaten by. Oh dear, blinded by the light again. It's in my head. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna stay where I can do the most good this evening. But there was also just and look, guys, look, the people I'm working with, and I know everybody doesn't agree, but I did make it clear to others in this before I started doing this that I was going to do this, and everybody was fine with that. But opinions are like assholes. Just because others have varying opinions does not mean I agree or disagree with anyone. And from the beginning, I said that's not what I'm here for. Um, but everybody has the best intentions, and it's about summer, whether opinions vary or not. And the unity's been kind of amazing to see. Um, but I think the people I've worked with have managed, as a few minutes ago, I think I announced the last numbers. It was at 22,000 for summer's continued fund. And I think now, from my understanding, it goes to a children's advocacy center next year instead of here shortly, if she's not found or no tips come in. So that's pretty fucking amazing, honestly, considering the reward was not even 40 before we began. So 22,000 is not bad to go along with that. And then the people are going to also gotten billboards going back up in town with summer's face on them. So hopefully, you know, either way. So I think I'm going to stay here and do the what I can do, and so I don't distract from other things happening tonight. And I think I'm just too emotionally open anyway to other people right now. Because some of the people are already there, and there's already tears flowing, and also some online crazies are crazy, and I know what's going to happen if I show up. So anyway, I don't want to distract from summer or what should be solely about summer. Or have crazies doing crazy things. Um, so if y'all can make it out there, I'm sure it'll be appreciated. It's at Warriors at the Ride in the Stable Pond. I think it starts at 6:30 tonight. Uh, anyway, what I'm gonna do in the meantime, because look, I'm exhausted. It's been days of pushing. Even though my body is not doing well, I couldn't even keep up the kids yesterday in the store. I mean, it's failing. Like I'm just weak and down, and just everything is just a shit show. To be honest with you, if I could get a body transplant going, I damn sure do it. And eventually, I hope to get around to posting the hand signal. I'll at least find the video tonight for domestic violence. Um, but the girl who designed the one, Obsidian, actually, she may or may not watch this. Definitely needs a shout out, and I'll share hers. Amazing artist. But yeah, that definitely needs to be shared. It can save lives. So at some point, I'll try to get to that. But for now, what I'm going to do is jump my ass in the shower. I'm exhausted, but I have canceled on a person and dinner for like 3 nights running. And then this morning, my ass fell asleep on a live panel. I'm not even kidding. Oh, so yeah, that's where I'm at. Falling asleep on YouTube. It was amazing. It was a great nap though. So anyway, but my heart was hurting so bad by that time this morning. Plus, people had been talking about Voldemort and shit, comment section and craziness, and like y'all, I don't even want to see his name or face on fucking wall. Like I can't, like, can it? Don't send me that shit. Like I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. It's hard enough living with this shit every day. Fuck that. Um, y'all can talk amongst yourselves. Keep the fuck away from me. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to see that name, and I don't want to fucking see that face. So anyway, I'm gonna go take a shower, and while the vigil's occurring, because I think the general consensus is that it's to be kept on summer tonight and solely about summer, not about clicks and this and views and shares and whatever else. So, while that's happening and the vigil's occurring tonight, I'm going to finally, hopefully, go play a round of pool or have a drink or finally accomplish dinner with this person after I take my ass a shower. And then I'll come back and do what and where I think I can help most, which is being on the panels and things. For the last 24-hour push for summer to get this fund up higher. So hopefully maybe it's enough for somebody to call in that tip or, say something, you know, and find her wherever she is or help find whoever did this because that's what matters. So summer, 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 you guys. Keep that in mind. Keep her in mind. Share her info. Call her by her name. Share a picture. Don't forget about her. And today is obviously the 15th, and had me crying at midnight last night, and yeah, so y'all just keep her in mind. And like I said, share info, share a picture, talk about her, no matter where you stand and what opinion you have on who did or who didn't or whatever. If you keep her name and her picture and the info out there, in the end, it can only lead to like maybe tips or somebody talking or something, just like this money and the fund and extending it and the billboards going back up. And, you know, so just keep in mind it's not about the circus around summer, it's about summer. So anyway, love you guys. I'm gonna go get my ass a shower, and my hair's just never gonna fucking behave. I give up on that. I gave up about 15 years ago. It'll be okay. Um, but I'm gonna take my ass a shower, take a short break to hopefully get dinner or a game of pool or something in with this poor person I promised for days, and then go have a moment to myself and some freedom for a little bit, and then come back and help where I can. So I figured it had been more than a few days since I had uploaded anything. Um, Thought I would jump on here and assure everybody that we are alive. Um, I know some of you, you know, have sent messages and things, and I can't get back to everyone. Um, the messages from everywhere still pouring in are amazing, and I see you. I see all of you. Hang in there and hang on, and you know, one day at a time, right? And these scars and all these things they're hard. But y'all aren't alone, and I'm not alone. Um, but I do see your messages still. It's hard to get back to everybody. I see all their friends' requests pouring in, and as some of you can surely understand right now, it's hard to accept everybody. Uh, sorry, the tiniest is over there doing things. Um, but we're okay. We're obviously not where we were. I'm not gonna say where we are. Um, anyway, but we are safe. As safe as can be with everything going on, which is pretty much not, no matter where you go, right? Um, and then seems to be a habit of everybody who makes you feel unsafe wanting to whine about everything, like they're the ones that aren't. I'm just like all fed up with all that bullshit. Story of my life. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure some of you know that I've been mostly over on YouTube. Um, True crime commentary. Scott H has thoughts. Q Carlock, a couple other places. You can find me there or in the comment sections, hanging out some days. Depends. Um, but anyway, y'all just keep sharing Summer's picture, her um, you know, call the TBI FBI if you have any tips or leads, or surrounding agencies, whatever you want to do, just help. Um, anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know we are indeed live. um, the struggle's real. Um, and I'll try to do a longer video and touch on that particular topic later. Tonight's not tonight because I've definitely been struggling with all kinds of things over the past few days. Vivid nightmares and all kinds of things. But anyway, I'll touch on it later when I have a little more time and feel okay. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I ever get there. Because tomorrow's a whole new day, and in our world, you never know what that brings. So, anyway, for everybody wondering, we are okay and ish, right? Ish. And safe ish. Um, yeah. And we'll see how that goes in the future, you know? But, anyway, and look, y'all, I got a new Stitch shirt. It's amazing. Which I bought it like, I don't know, a week or two ago. It was on sale. Um, and then I forgot. I don't wear the same size anymore. Nowhere close. So the shorts are definite no, but whatever. Top's cute. But that's how I feel. I'm pretty sure it says it's just one of those days, which pretty well sums up my whole life too, right? It's fuck around and find out, and just one of those days, and ish, whatever. Somebody doesn't put all that shit on my headstone, I'm gonna be real mad. Be real mad. But the weight loss is real. Just continues to plummet. And I guess we'll see when that merry-go-round stops. Whatever. Um, anyway, I am going to hop off here now so I can make sure this loads. And like I said, when or if I get time, I will hopefully come back and explain some of the other things that have been going on throughout the past few days in our world. Definitely missing um, part of my tiny little family here and oh, missing my kitty. Because who else can I plot world domination with other than my cat these days? Anyway, much love. I see you guys.
All right, I'll turn the mic on while I'm going through this. So now we're going to play Eeny, Meeny, Miny, fucking Mo. Okay, we're just going to go through and pick a video. Anyone look enticing to you? Can you guys see my side panel? Which one do you want to see? No, Dippy, that was her live from the hotel when she was being shuffled to the hotel. That was back in 2021, I believe. It was right before the marathon. It was like during the marathon. Yeah. And the one before that was just a day or two before she went to the hotel. And then I showed how she's not a YouTuber with 12,000 subs, 469 videos. She ain't a YouTuber. No, not at all. She's fucking delusional. Yeah, she's done some fake fed lives. She's been on Queen Bees. Apparently, she talked shit on me on Queen Bees. I didn't listen to it yet. She's been in my inbox. She's accusing me of having information I don't fucking have. I don't even know what it is she wants. She's sending me videos to put out. I feel like it's a setup to set Christy Vincent up, which I have my feelings about that, and I am going to cover. I do believe there's something there. Right, borrowed. Like, this is too much. So we're just going to play Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo today, and we'll just see all these videos I have of her. Look, and this ain't it. I have another fucking playlist too. So we have a few of these. Let's go through them. Let's just click one, okay? And see what she's talking about. Here we go, the one in bed. Let's click her in bed. Let's just give her a listen. Let's go back and listen to what was going on in 2021 when Summer went missing. I think that needs to be done. She has everybody so scared and on edge to show her real shit. I think it's time we do so.
So, hey guys.
I'm muting again.
I figured I'd pop on real quick. It has been a very bad health day. I am currently freezing and cannot get warm like usual, but worse. And it's just really bad. Like, down, can't even make it to the bed type of. Yeah. Muscles, heart, you name it. It's not good tonight. And, which has been getting really bad over the past few days. But it does cycle like this sometimes. But my heart is definitely, oh, it's been brutal the past few days. Last night it was having to stop for a few steps just to keep trying to go. Today's the same thing. Either way, hopped on just to let y'all know that I'm not blind. So it's, obviously, and when I've said keep an eye on everybody and all players, I meant that, and I still mean that. Um, Everybody connected is absolutely sus. Um, and everybody connected is connected for a reason. So just keep that in mind. Um, and then I find it wild today too, watching.
Guys, I don't have the dates on any of these videos. They used to be organized in my Dropbox. As you know, I'm a big baby and I've quit YouTube 3 times over this shit. I'm over it. I'm not quitting anymore. And I don't have the dates, so we got to try to figure out when all this occurred. I believe this is after the marathon. I believe these videos, this set of videos here, are mainly from like November to January, is what I want to say. I have a couple. See, this says Jody Sue vids. I have 2 or 3 of these. Hold on. Right here. I have 2 or 3 of these playlists with her videos in them, but they're not organized. So let's go back and listen. We're just playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I don't know what these videos say, but we're going to find out. Yeah, I'm done quitting borrowed. This is just it's like I'm scared to say anything because is it going to be held against me in court? Is it this? Is it that? And it's ridiculous. And I'm done. And I think I have a right to speak about all this shit. Unfortunately, the shit with L, I have to be quiet about because it's still open and active. It's just going from county to county. And I don't know really what's going on with it, if it's been dropped, if it hasn't. I have a lot to say about that. And once it's dropped, oh, you best fucking believe I'm coming out here. I have a lot to say. Aw, thank you, Borrowed. Okay, let's get back to these mystery videos. Let's find out what was going on in 2021 and 2022.
The same thing is kind of done to me, right? Like, these voices and victims of, voices of all these victims and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, okay. And now I'm not taking up for anybody. I'm not taking sides because I know how fucking internet will take it and spin it. But I find it wild, all these people from across the country that somehow think they're better than country folks or somebody that seems poor or uneducated. Just hours before, we're making fun of people being drunk online. Even though they're the ones, just like the rest of these channels, roping in people that are vulnerable, um, all across the board where it concerns victims, any type of them they see that are vulnerable. Um, no matter where they land in any situation. I mean, from mods up here, the most vulnerable are who are used or pulled in. It wouldn't matter if it was C and D or anybody else, me, for instance. All right, targets. But here they are, and just hours before, and like for months before, but they're making fun of people drinking and being online, yet they're the ones calling and messaging and yelling them, oh, come on the panels, come on our lives tonight, whatever, right? So they rope them into that shit. But then just hours later, after shitting on everybody, and it's hillbilly this and dumb that, and look at the bad hillbilly drunk, whatever, right? But then hours later, here they are, drunk, falling asleep on their own damn YouTubes. Now I gotta tell you, irony and hypocrisy escape some people. I mean, I gotta tell you, at least D didn't go on his own YouTube and get shit faced and drop all kinds of shit, including bait. Um, but shit on everybody and then just like fall asleep. But then here we are again because here's another news story again this morning, right? The VOP. So here they are shitting on them again. The same people that were, but it's the same thing. It's like you have, and they'll use the same. I mean, like I said, these same types of people use the same tactics. Con artists, thieves, liars, narcopaths, abusers. There's all a common thread with them. Same tactics across the board. And you can see them for what they are once you have been around them or exposed to them for any length. I mean, it's not just because I'm sensitive to it or the current situations, because once you know one, you know them all. You can see the smooth talking, you can see it when they work in teams, you can see it. Um, yeah, I mean, you can see all of these things. It's there, and it's like I've lived Voldemort lived that way 26 years. My father was his own caliber of, and so therefore, so yeah, I'm wired to live differently. But any person that survived being around any of these people or have been around these types of people for very long can tell you they all have a common thread. And so anyway, watching the internet collectively do that, especially these channels, they're all voices of victims and champions of turn around and use the same tactics, same smear campaigns like for flying monkeys, news sources, to keep rooms clean, to keep each one looking the way they're supposed to, relying on people's short-term memory. Um, I mean, it's a shit show. So no matter where you see people at, just know that it's still not what it seems. And just because it seems like, oh well, something must be done now, don't turn your eyes away. Y'all keep gathering, keep doing. It's not time to let off now. It's not like, oh well, somebody else will have it. Because we all don't know that. And you know how that works. So keep your eyes and your ears open and turned to this. It's still a much deeper problem than just this YouTube surface scam and con. So either way, it's not. I feel like hell. I have zero energy. I can't even make it like the 80 feet to bed. And I've got like 3 blankets here, but I just muscles, my legs, and the heart pain. It's just too much. So here's what I'm gonna stay, I guess, for the night. And I don't know. It's been a very strange day. You know, very strange day. And honestly, I keep trying to find something to watch, but I can't even really do that. And it's worse than my usual. I can't make up my mind. Because everything I click or try to, go through, like, is in some way during like 26 years related to a moment in time, something, everything. And with a memory like mine, even my favorite shows, things I couldn't wait to see the next seasons of or whatever, I can't touch, can't watch because, I've turned into them. It's like sitting right there again. So, oh, TV's out. I guess. I don't know. Like, even some of my music's like that, I can't, and I keep trying to take it back, but I've not managed to take all of my music entirely back yet and untaint that shit. And so I guess really all that's left to me, which is fine, are my books because, well, 26 years of being somebody that hated everything written in books and terrorized me and demonized me and abused me because of my intelligence and because of my love of reading, studying, researching, learning. Oh, yeah, the books are mine, bitch. So, but right now my hands are not, they don't have the dexterity needed to turn the pages. So I guess I'll just kind of hang out and stare at the walls and pet pickle like a crazy little old lady. I don't know. Might find a new cartoon, something new. If I can just keep my OC on track and find something new. Oh, and that doesn't have tainted ass bullshit with it or 26 years worth of, oh, that time was, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Uh, I want to hop off here and, oh, I don't know. Maybe eventually get enough strength to just make it that far to get something warmer on and oh, more blankets and quilts than I already have. Oh, all I really want tonight is to rest. Oh, but we'll see if that comes because, yeah, Tiny Ewan's still terrified of. So, still gotta stay in hyper vigilant mode anyway. So, she does wake up or something. She knows that somebody's keeping an eye out. But anyway, yeah. So there's the hypocrisy of the internet. These champions and voices of survivors that use them, that use the same type of abuse against them, manipulation tactics, gaslighting, bullshit. Nuh-uh, you didn't see and hear what you seen and heard. However, do check out Enchanted Life Path's video, and then I was thinking maybe when I felt better over the next day or two, if something drastic changes here and it doesn't continue to get worse and go downhill like it's been doing for 2 or 3 days, especially with my heart, I may finally just blurt the piece.
You see how she used to build up ELP and shit? Like, there were certain channels she used to build up. This is so early on. She was already building up Enchanted Life Path. Why, Jody Sue? Why was you a supporter of his so early on? That's interesting.
Since others are trying to work on taking that part of my voice away too, because you know how YouTube loves that. Just silencing fucking victims or taking shit from them. So, whatever. But, like all things, none were given all things.
And that's another thing, too. You hear how she says everybody's silencing victims, everybody's silencing victims. Jody Sue, since the marathon went sour, you have been trying to silence everyone. Who are you to take away everybody's voice and think that yours is superior? Because I'm here to tell you it's fucking not. Okay?
I hold all things. Uh, so, anyway, yeah. And then it's even like, early on, because like I said, first time in my, motel and all that bullshit, I realized something was very wrong. And so, I mean, and it makes you feel like you want to bully your skin off, to be honest with you, because I don't like being shady like that. But I mean, when you're playing with what you know and you're trying to suss out who's what and who's where, I mean, there has to be some bullshitting involved as far as, hey, bestie, that type of shit, right? And it sucks having to be that person. And then you just, but in order to figure out who the players were in this game, I mean, you have to do certain shit. And so, it's like half of what they think they got, they don't have. Well, not 90% anyway, but, you know, um, and it makes you want, if you're a good human being, it makes you want to pull your own skin off. It's like being in the deepest, murkiest waters having to play with these motherfuckers. And I hate it every day. But I'm still in the murky waters and trying to do something for the greater good here and other victims, some are included, and not let this happen to any other children, uh, families or missing children or other victims, because there are many. Make no mistake here. Um, that these people use, shit on, spit out, silence, and there's definitely something darker, much much darker behind them, and that's terrifying. So, I mean, yeah, and I mean, it makes you feel like ick, because nobody likes, like, not a decent, normal, good human being. You don't like having to be like ick, but when you're playing in the spider bowls with motherfuckers of this caliber, there has to be ick, unfortunately. But, if it wasn't for that ick, I wouldn't have been able to find out 90% of, or put the pieces together that quick. Um, one red flag after the
You are ick. You make me want to boil my skin off. Okay? Everything you're saying, you make people want to do. Ick.
next, after the next, everything starts accumulating, rolling, you know, and so and I could see what they're doing to me and manipulating, and it was like, I'm not putting up with this shit. It really was. I mean, and it is still, like, every day. It's like sitting right beside a fucking Voldemort again, dude. These people make me feel on the daily like Voldemort is right here beside of me. The abuse tactics, the manipulation shit, all of it.
I got a new name for you. You know how you go around Voldemort, this, that, and the other? Succubus. You're a fucking succubus. You suck the life out of people.
And that's okay because he's not really fucking here, obviously. But, you know, um, I've lived with far worse monsters. And, like, I can still see them for what they were. But, yeah, from day one, it's been nothing but manipulation of me. And like, it's wild what these people do. And I think that's how they also ended up around the hill. They target very vulnerable people and families going through some of the worst times in their lives. And then they shit on them. And usually what happens is they use them up and they do whatever. And then they silence them because they all them mods and all that in all rooms. I mean, one of the voices are going to get heard. But mine and others did because we happened to speak before they could take that full voice. And boy, y'all, they're pissed. They are still eating me alive. And that's okay too.
Nobody was eating you alive. At this point, you were sticking up for Candace. Now all of a sudden you have an issue with Candace. Why is it Candace would want you to change your story? If Candace is involved in something, why would she go to you to change some sort of fucking story? Jody Sue, I don't think you realize you're irrelevant.
like let them, you know. And as far as I'm concerned, in a way, it's like others think maybe Summer's vanishing in the middle of this, and I kind of agree. It's, but in a way, I think Summer is shining a light on so many different types of victims and criminals, um, and I think in some ways the circus might actually be helping bring attention to her instead of the public getting. I hate to say that. Instead of the public, just continuing to see her image and whatever. Because some of these people, all they really do care about are sound bites and drama. So if maybe they remember her picture and face related to some bullshit YouTube thing, then so be it. At least they remember her face and information, right? I don't know how to feel about it, but I do think that
She's telling people to remember Summer's face. Never once, Jody Sue, have you shown a picture of that child. Never once have you kept her face out there. Not one single fucking time, but you put your face out there every day almost. How many days have you missed since Summer's case began going public? And that includes Facebook. Your Facebook was public. You would private your videos after you let everybody see them and take them. You knew what you were doing. You want to be a star. That's what it is. You want everybody to see you. Hey, look, it's me, Jody Sue. You are stealing the spotlight from that child.
Summer has somehow managed to bring brightness and light to some of the darkest shit I've ever seen. So, still, this damn playground.
Good morning, everybody coming in and watching. I'm sorry if I'm not addressing you. I'm really pissed off this morning. I woke up pissed off. I was pissed off when I went to bed. Like, I've seriously had enough of this woman, so this is what we're doing today. Um, yeah, if I miss saying good morning to you, good morning to everyone. We're just going to sit here and listen.
Full of damn adults. They ought to be decent human beings. I mean, it's gross over here in YouTube. Like, it damn near competes with the dark web, and I'm not shitting you. Like, seriously. Shit is disgusting over here how people act, behave. I might have a sailor mouth, but these people are just, whoo. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're good people, but oh dear. The people behind some of these keyboards, they're egged on by some of these creators to be some of the worst human beings they could possibly be. Oh, it's terrible. And I assume maybe once these people log off at night, maybe that's their releases. They get online and like just purge, their shitty days or something. But they log off and they're like, "Here's like grandma's cookies and milk, dear." But while they're on there, they're just evil, gross human beings. So I don't really know, but humanity, it makes no sense to me sometimes, and it seems very lost and very heartbreaking to look at some days. But I'm gonna try to right this ship and help get this shit stopped, and hopefully help save other victims along the line from these same types of rings and cons. And I mean, y'all don't understand the damage these people can do. You get the right vulnerable family member, the right situation, the right children. I mean, going through situations or Like, and then these people terrorize them like this to use them or to abuse them further online. And they could really cause real human beings to commit suicide, to take their own lives. And they don't care. They don't care.
Let me address that. Jody Sue, wasn't you in my box telling me I pushed my husband in front of a train? How dare you speak about somebody pushing somebody to suicide? You don't give a fuck about nobody on this internet except for yourself. I wouldn't even say you give a fuck about Summer because you've said some of the most pretty damn awfulest things to me that I've ever heard in my life. Such as, didn't you push your husband in front of a train? Don't you ever speak on suicide. You know nothing about it. Fucking bitch.
Think any of these YouTube creators and content makers and channels, they're going to care that they costed real people their real lives? That if it weren't for them, no, they're not going to care. These people are dangerous across the board. And the money behind them and what's behind that is what's really concerning. What's rubbing elbows with the darkness, you know? So, yeah, don't be fooled. Just because one's nice one week and not the next, or they look like they're not connected, or somebody's shitting on the marathon, or calling each other out, or whatever. Don't, don't do it. Keep your eyes open, guys. And
As you seen, what I just showed you, she supported that marathon 100%. She went willingly with those people to the hotel. She didn't mention the fake FBI while the fake FBI was going to fuck on. It wasn't until after, till shit went sour with that marathon, did she mention any of it. Why is that?
don't take the bait. Just like that shit last night. Drunk, maybe, but most drunks can't control their liabilities while drunk. So, you know, yeah, there you go. Yeah, they kind of blurt. They're not able to still continue to fucking lie. And, fake tears. We're all picked up the same place. Chase got his too last night. And the fake motel stories, which, by the way, I have all the messages to prove that was not even the case. Nobody asked. Not once. None of that shit that was fed last. It's all bullshit. It's all fucking dog and pony show. Like I've told y'all. So don't fall for that song and dance bullshit and the fucking fake tears. Because I promise you, they all went to the same acting class, probably funded by Summer's fundraiser. Like, here's my little violin. It plays My Heart Bleeds for You. Give me a break. By the way, I have screenshots. Telling some line ass motherfuckers, thank you for shit I didn't ask for and didn't want. So, but I still said thank you because I was raised a polite, decent, normal human being.
So you're scared. People were shuffling you around. There's a fake Fed, but because you're polite, you said thank you instead of calling the fucking federal agents to tell them they're doing all this to you, right? Just like Penny posted yesterday and then post she made. No, just play with them. Why wouldn't you turn that in? If there's fake federal agents running around in Summer Wells' case, why isn't the first thing you do is turn that in? Why do you want to play along with it? That's kind of fucking sus, ain't it?
There you go. One who can't cry on cue. gross. But anyway, um, like I said, I'm gonna rest tonight because I am not doing good. And I had plans for today, just like yesterday, to post things, but that ain't happening tonight, as far as I know of anyway, right now. But I'm sure at 3 a.m. somebody else, well, half the other creators are asleep or, whatever, are gonna be like, oh, let's pop this in there. That way the shit show begins, initially unnoticed, but, whatever. I mean, it seems to be the routine lately, which is kind of anti. They need to start doing it like 2 p.m. now. Switch it back up so it's not expected, especially after everybody goes quiet for so long. Like, whatever. Anyway, you gotta be cautious. Also, keep an eye on those receipts you keep being shown, fake messages. And it's just like that shit released about the other day about the Interpol and watching and whatever the hell that was. It wasn't real. You can literally go into online company, and that is something I meant to post to show you all how you can do that with that exact same company. You can do it with your own name, anybody's name, but it is a company, and you pay them to do that. Like, but so definitely watch whatever you're seeing, no matter if it looks real or not. I'm talking down to like even screenshots and stuff and writing and bank receipts that lines aren't matching up on and all kinds of weird stuff. I mean, it's 2021, people. Stay woke.
Another thing, too, if there's fake bank receipts and she knows that everything has gone sour, why didn't she turn the marathon in? Like, you got to sit back and think about this. The thing she could have done as Summer Wells' neighbor, being shuffled around by these things that she's saying happened to her. There are things she could have done to put a stop to it. She didn't. She sits on YouTube today, March 18th, 2024, and still pulls out the same stupid ass, what's her word, regurgitation. Starting shit. She waits for shit to get silent, and then she wants to start a buzz, right? Maybe people should look at you again, Jody Sue. And I don't mean to attack you, but I mean, maybe with your words, you keep saying your words are important. Everybody should listen to you. You're right. Let's hone back in on you, bitch, because that's where I'm at. I'm done with you.
Anybody's name. But it is a company.
Shit, I hit a button. We skipped some of that. Let's just go to another video. Fuck it. We got time, right? And look at this. Back then on Facebook, 3 hours and 59 seconds. That's how long this is. Like her whole life was sitting on fucking Facebook all fucking day. Oh, and the silence. Look, we used to have to sit through her fucking bullshit silence. The most boring person on the earth somehow got all these fucking subscribers. You know why? Because everybody's drawing attention to her because of Summer. Nobody would know who the fuck you are. Look at this with her muted. I'll just keep unmuted while she's muted. Let me make sure I'm not. No, she's talking in the background. Why didn't she shut it down? Good question. Just like not getting the kids out of the abuse when she had a car and income. She claims she had money Yeah, I don't know nothing about her abuse. I don't want to go after the abuse. That has never been something I wanted to do, which is why I strayed away from a lot of the stuff because as a child, I've lived a life of domestic violence and it's a trigger for me. So there are certain things in Summer's case, such as abuse, SA, the stuff with Jeannie and Mary, I do try to stay away from. However, I think the important stuff for me, and it has been since I'd say January of 2022, even before then, listening to it all, is this fucking marathon. Because for some reason, to me, it plays in on whatever the hell is going on in Summer's case with Summer. A lot of it doesn't make sense. We've never seen anything to this level in any other case in the history of Earth. And why is Jody Sue at the center of every bit of it? You know how she goes through and says, "Oh, well, this name comes up, that name comes up." She's right, they do. But you know whose name comes up even more is hers. She goes around and accuses people. Thank you, KK. She goes around and accuses people of off the wall shit that they ain't doing. I mean, this bitch is literally in my inbox, like, send me this, send me that. I'm trying to be as nice as I can because I believe Jody Sue had nothing to do with Summer. However, do I believe that she ain't crooked enough for money? No, because she can sit on here and say she's not a YouTuber while YouTubing with 12K subs, right? 469 videos, but she ain't a YouTuber. Like, she's never made a goddamn penny off of this shit. She puts her PayPal's up, whatever else, Amazon wish lists, which is fine if she's going to be honest about it and tell people why she's here. But why is she getting on here and lying and saying, no, I've never done none of that? I'm not a YouTuber. I mean, dude, if you need the help and money and this is your income, fine. But state it. Don't get on here and fucking lie about shit. It's ridiculous. You lie about shit that is so fucking obvious and blatant. You're a goddamn YouTuber. Get over it. You make money just like everybody else on this fucking platform. Everybody's sick of your shit. I am probably at the top of that fucking sick of your shit fucking list. I've tried to be nice to you. I've tried to protect you. There's no more of that. This shit you've been doing this week is outrageous. Leave me the fuck alone. You're gonna learn after today, bitch. You hit the wrong fucking button. Look at this. She used to sit on Facebook hours like this. No sound. We're 10 minutes in. Hold on. Let's see. Is she talking yet? Nope. Just sitting there so people can watch her like she's a star. Everyone feels sorry for me. I'm the star of the show. Watch me talk to myself.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
I don't give a fuck. I was already moving in.
Let's see when she clicks on.
September 6th.
Uh-oh. She's showing receipts in this one.
That wasn't supposed to. Yeah, do you have
Oh, a Tiffany Marie one. This should be good.
DM's panel. He offers this shit out.
So I don't know what woman who chased the saw and all that. It would be good.
Let me make sure I get to the beginning on this. Here, we'll just leave it from here. I'll mute when she starts talking. Oh my God, KK, it's been more than a year. This has been going on since I came to YouTube. It has. Some of my very first videos were of me defending myself from Jody Sue. As soon as I made my YouTube, because I made it right after, like around the same time as her, she went fucking ape shit. Because we were talking on the inbox and Facebook, and I told her I was going to make a YouTube. Before I think I might have spoken about her a few times, but she's out there showing her messages to people. Nobody knew who the fuck I was unless I was in their chats and watching their channels. Jody Sue says, Scott built me up? No, bitch. You showed my fucking text messages to everybody. My messages in inbox. How about that? I'm sorry, guys. I'm angry. Like, I'm angry. I'm angry at the shit that's gone over the last few years of me sticking up for her, and I'm not going to continue to do it. I look like a bitch. Thank you, Borrowed. I'm happy you've been with me that long. And you know what? And here's the thing. Like, she's even at one point accused me of being another person named Crystal, brought text messages out from somebody else saying that I was that person. How am I not going to defend myself against this woman? Yeah, I made a few videos about her. I came here to do that, to cover Summer's case. You came here to be Summer's neighbor and a sore on everybody's fucking side. You sit here and you say everything everybody's doing is bad. Well, everything you're doing is correct, right? Who made you the star of fucking YouTube true crime? You. Nobody the fuck else. Oh, here she comes. Maybe she'll talk now.
Well, fucking finally, y'all.
13 minutes. She couldn't dig up whatever the fuck it was she was looking for before going live. She had to sit there for 13 minutes and have people watch her for attention. Now, let's see what the fuck she's talking about.
I had to go back 19 avenues. It's quicker today. So, anyway. Alright. Let's carry on here. No, we're not going to do that.
September, October. Right. Okay, so around September. I was out there on one occasion, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know 100% unless I'm speaking from a third party on the outside, just hearing.
Now, okay. This was the first time Cam stated this lie, although he had a post up in March, early in the year, I believe March. That's when I have it recorded and stuff. He had a post up on their Facebook asking for information about this type of shit, right? And to do with this rumor shit. Obviously didn't make shit until last month, whatever, as they kick in this terrorization cycle on the kids. Cam's at the helm of it. This is where it begins. He rides TM's panel. He offers this shit out.
So I don't know what woman who chases Saul and all that. It would be good, and I might be able to speak for her actually to find out. So, but yeah, I heard this a long time ago, and I was actually under the impression it wasn't supposed to be talked about. So that's why when I heard about it last night, I was like, that wasn't supposed to. Yeah, do you have an approximate date now? There's people in the chat saying that happened weeks after Summer went missing. So the day that Summer went missing.
Now, see, this is the whole fucking crux of this thing, right? All this shit was months after Summer vanished. So why in the hell it's even been discussed, or why my son has been shit on or drugged through the fucking mud over this from Cam is fucking beyond me. And how people help him do it, and they're like, oh, our son's in the woods.
Now, let me state, I agree with her. I agree with the shit that has been done to her and her family is bullshit. I don't think it's normal. However, I don't know what's lie and what's truth from her. Number one, I don't know who she knew prior to Summer going missing. Number two, number three, I don't know if this shit's all made up. I mean, the list goes on and on. Why is it we should trust Jody Sue had nothing to do with anything? Meanwhile, she sits here in the public every fucking day. She doesn't let Summer's case die, which is a good thing. We should keep Summer's name out there, but she also causes every ounce of fucking drama in this case. It's time to end it.
Woods and the place they live, or this and the other is just fucking mind-blowing. How, I don't, right? It has nothing to do with June 15th, period.
Or after.
summer went missing?
After. So this was in. So I was up there the first time on the property in August when we filmed the trails. I would say end of September.
End of September.
That bothers me out there. He's like, yeah, you know, it was up there in 1st August when we found the trail. Didn't find no fucking trail. And then that's how Don latches on to part of the shit too with the wrong. It doesn't matter. Let's carry on.
Right.
No, don't quote me on the date. September, October, that area.
Right. Okay, so around September, October, it said that Jody's son was coming out of the woods. Okay. So Cam, let me ask you. It's pretty common for people to walk into the woods, do whatever. Who knows? I mean, he could have been doing anything. So what? Let me ask you.
But yeah, I heard this a long time ago, and I was actually under the impression it wasn't supposed to be talked about. So that's why, when I heard about it last night, I was like, that wasn't supposed to.
Do you have an approximate date now? There's people in the chat saying that happened weeks after Summer went missing. So
Yeah.
was it the day that Summer went missing, or after Summer went missing?
After. So this was in. So I was up there the first time on the property in August when we filmed the trails. I would say end of September.
End of September. Okay.
No, don't quote me on the date. September, October, that area.
Right.
End of September, October. That's what it said. Oh dear. September 6th is when I had to be moved on. And I'll let that stand because when court, Monster was all like, I want her but property down. Wasn't his property. I could have made everybody go through big shit. Yeah, it didn't matter. I didn't give a fuck. I was already moving anyway. Obviously, taking out the order. It was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. It is what it is. But September 6th.
It's still a thing, KK, ain't it?
All right. Okay. And by the way, Cam also says here, now I was in depression. It was something I wasn't supposed to talk about. Well, that's real weird because he made a Facebook post about it in March, asking if anybody had any further information on whatever the rumor was.
Okay, so around September, October, it said that Jody's son was coming out of the woods. Okay. So Cam, let me ask you. It's pretty common for people to walk into the woods, do whatever. Who knows? I mean, he could have been doing anything. So what? Let me ask you, what is your opinion on a kid walking out of the woods several months after a child goes missing? I mean, how do people put two and two together that he did something to Summer because he went in the woods a couple months after she went missing, and fucking 3-4 months after Summer went missing?
Yeah, I don't know if that's fair at all because that's
no.
You know, he could just nosy who's up here. What are they doing? You know, just I think he's 18 or getting 19, something like that. Yeah. So I don't know the specifics now. I think what people are speculating on is because of where H said Andy was up on the property that Andy named.
Now the thing here is, man, at this point, C and D and all of us still talk.
This is a 3-hour live. If you guys get sick of it, we don't have to sit through 3 hours of it. Just let me know. I'll move on. Let me know when you're tired of it. I think this is an interesting one, but I'm kind of sick of hearing about this.
I'm still hanging it. It would not be weird for my kid to walk up the fucking driveway, to be up there, period. Perfectly allowed on property, just like they were still allowed on ours. I mean, like, no fucking deal, right? So what the fuck? And it just doesn't make sense. But my kid wasn't. I just fuck it.
That's not even that boy's name. I think his name is Damien or Dylan, something like that. So it's not even that.
Yeah, no shit.
So I don't know. I mean, that's the only reason I said his name is adult. So, but
no reason.
I don't know. I'm not 100% on it now. I've tried to follow.
This might actually even be a newer live. Let me change this. I'm tired of hearing about this shit. Regurgitation station. Right, Jody Sue? Oh, yeah. What's with this fucking pig? Won't you tell us about this fucking pig?
Who's the muddy piggy? There's the muddy pig. Oh, look at that nose. Look at that nose. Somebody. Is it Muddy? A piggy?
Fucking Jody Sue's twin. Fucking sick of her. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah, these were interesting. Here, let's put these on. I remember because she thinks she's fucking Jack Skeleton or something with all this fucking little baby shit.
All right, guys. So something.
We're wearing a Halloween
All
costume.
right, guys. So some things are happening now. Let me tell you, like I mentioned in the last live, by coincidence, and I'd mentioned several videos ago. That they've been trying real hard lately to get Voldemort / Andy, right? I've noticed as well. So I'm gonna play something for you that old dipshit has recently released, but that just tied him in with not only old Raven ass / Daryl Jacobs, but means that he's also.
And this is another thing too. Green Eyes. She's constantly, when she gets in my inbox, asking me about Green Eyes. How many times I gotta tell you people, I am friends with Green Eyes. I think Green Eyes is a cool fucking dude. I ain't got nothing to do between you and Green Eyes. If you and Green Eyes have issues, you have issues. He is pulling your fucking chain. You're making him out to be somebody he is not. He's not fucking threatening you. Okay, maybe he was. He was joking with you. I was in the fucking inbox in the back of him. I told you that. The night he was fucking he was sitting there purposely writing me saying, watch this, I'm gonna make her mad. Like, dude is fucking with you. Get it through your thick fucking skull. You try to turn shit into some dramatic fucking movie ass shit.
Been the one terrorizing, knowingly the one putting in the death threats with the fucking spoof calls to Andy's parents and Andy. He really just tied himself to this shit by this right here. And let me tell you what else this motherfucker, Blood Money Keys, is lying the fuck about. He also ties Jenna into this shit. And I can fucking prove it. Now, Keys can tell you he talked to all he wants, but what's actually happened is something entirely different. And some of this is I'm going to leave out. Because let me tell you, once again, Keys is fucking wrong. And he has no idea. And the reason Keys is doing this, okay, today, is because, like I said, old Raven ass is real mad last night. Okay. And what you also have this morning is, all right, you know what? We'll break it down. I'm going to play this for you real quick, okay? I'm going to play fucking Keys for you before he can fuck around and delete this. Hold on. I want you to listen really close. Oh, I'm going to turn this down. And then I'm going to let you hear from my kid. Because Keys is a fucking moron and he is lying to you.
And then I'm going to let you hear from my kid. Don't talk about my kids. But then I'm going to let you hear from my kid. You brought your children to YouTube, Jody Sue. You. All by yourself. When children are brought to YouTube, they are spoken about. Do you see the little kids that sing Baby Shark doo 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 doo? Families talk about them kids. They are considered YouTubers. You're on YouTube. You bring your kids to YouTube. You bring your kids to Facebook. People have a right to commentate on them. Quit saying people are bringing your kids into this. You are bringing your children into this.
And he has no idea what kind of hornet's nest he's getting ready to walk the fuck into and just tied himself to. None. Dumbass. Keys, you are a fucking moron. Fact, bro. Oh my god. Nope, dude. Listen. Y'all listen to this.
From the behavioral panel, a liar. She's calling the behavioral panel people a liar. Scott didn't make the comment about being there. He didn't make the comment about being there, right? She didn't make the comment privately to somebody else. She made the comment publicly. And after Scott came in my comments and was talking about how it played out, Jenna knew someone that was a critical thinker was going to narrow down the time and say, okay, somebody had to have known exactly what time to make that call. Because they were at the show, and the allegedness of the call was that it disrupted the filming. We got a lot of people saying that it didn't disrupt the filming, right? And now we got Jenna saying that she made the call. Yes, she came out and said she made the call, but they weren't at the show. They were at the hotel. Well, I assure you, Scott Rouse was not at the hotel with them. Scott Rouse was somewhere other than the hotel room. So that's a complete lie. I don't know why she would lie. And that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I ignored Jenna for a long time because I felt like she was just an idiot. She may still be an idiot, but I believe she's an idiot with some information. I didn't say the information was factual and actual. I said I think she has some information. Right? But what we do know is Jenna wants us to believe she has some information, but in terms of the actual investigation, she doesn't. She does not have actual information. Or the information that she says she's given would create an effect. Something would happen, right? So she says she knows. Clearly she doesn't. There's been no move on law enforcement part on anything Jenna's ever said. Unfortunately, I wish they would have. But that's what it is, man. Unfortunately. Well, it's you know what? She is irrelevant. But she keeps making herself relevant again. Let me tell you something a lot of people don't know either. I talked to Voldemort for about 35, 40 minutes the other day. I won't divulge what we talked about necessarily. But let me tell you this. Jody Sue ain't who she says she is. Tell you that right now. Jody Sue, from her own husband of 26 years.
Idiot fucking moron.
Yep. A whole bunch of crap that she said, and I let me tell you what. I corroborated Voldemort.
Yeah.
Andy. Right?
Yeah, okay, Keys. You ain't corroborated shit. You don't even know I ain't married. And I told you my damn self. You lazy fuck.
But we have to remember that the issue right now that Andy and Jody Sue got different issues. Jody Sue is mad at Voldemort for X, Y, or Z.
Oh, you mean beating me, Keys?
Andy's upset because allegedly it had got passed down to what Jody Sue told us was that her daughter told her that Voldemort had told her she saw Summer's body.
Wrong, dumbass.
Right?
That's also an audio. You dumbass. You're an idiot, Keys. You're a fucking idiot, bro.
He said he's been questioned by every authority in the whole world.
Yeah, we all have, you dipshit.
If he knows where her body is, he hid that information well from the police. Right?
Way to connect yourself to the call with Candace, by the way, and the fake call to the feds.
When you come on and you say stuff like that, let me tell you this.
And the hoax on the fucking hill. Way to go, dipshit.
Voldemort said he saw that girl 2 days before she went missing. 2 days.
Nope, the night before, Keys.
He said because Jody Sue is alluding to the fact that maybe or someone around Jody Sue is alluding to the fact that maybe Summer had been gone for a year before that she was actually.
You know who's doing that?
Classified as missing.
Keys.
But
that
Voldemort
would be
was
you
like, that's
and
not
old Raven
true.
ass, bro.
I saw her 2 days before she went missing.
No.
Right? So.
You're an idiot who doesn't do their own research, who relies on people like Squall Tit and old Raven ass. Which
you have
is
to
you.
start looking at the situation for what it is, right? Like,
idiot.
Jody Sue has been on here bitching and complaining about money, and now all of a sudden she got a new snake as a pet.
New, he says. But I got receipts to show a snake here for 2 years.
Got a new snake as a pet. Like, where'd you get snake money?
Hey, go to Pet Cove and get the receipt yourself for that fucking snake. They know me personally, Keys. You fucking moron.
Where'd you get room for a cage and rats and, heating lights and heating pads and like that's... It's just a strange purchase. $400 startup right there.
Oh, Keys, you're such a fucking moron, bro.
It all adds up.
An uninformed one. But you really talk to Voldemort, huh, bro?
I don't even give a shit.
Idiot.
On the Wells Family Channel official, there's going to be a video that comes out explaining that call. I don't know what the video is going to be about. I didn't ask.
Wake up and come here.
Yeah, that's the other thing that Voldemort said was that she's been wanting to be famous for a while now.
Oh, okay.
She's thought of every way she can to be famous, even
seriously,
her condition. So
what?
I'm not here to discount anything about Jody Sue. I'm just telling you what her husband said.
Does cancer make us famous, y'all? Being domestic violence victims? This dude's got some.
Can you guys hit the like button for me?
Oh, look at him begging. He's begging.
She has had it a few years. Yeah.
Yeah, I got proof, Keys. Proof of that too, you dipshit.
And I'll tell you this. So Jody Sue and her daughter, they went to the court and they got PPOs, personal protection orders.
No, order of protection, you dipshit.
Jody Sue went down there to try to sign one up for her son, which Jody Sue went on the news.
Jody Sue didn't do that.
Tried to go down there and sign one up for him, but the son never showed up in court to validate it. So the son
went and did it. He was overage, you dumb motherfucker.
An order against him. But Jody Sue and his daughter do. So he said that right now he's focused on getting him together, moving on with his life past the Jody Sue. And that's, that's what he's focused on, right? The unusual part about, let me tell you the unusual part that probably a lot of people don't know. Jody Sue clearly is running around like a scorned woman. And that's, I would too, I suppose, right? If I was in her position, I would be scorned as well. But she keeps putting all this narcissist stuff up like she never wants Voldemort to have another woman again. Let me tell you what. Voldemort has another woman, and they're doing great. And so a lot of what you see from Jody Sue in terms of pulling Voldemort into this whole thing, it's based around the fact that Jody Sue is not the main anymore, right? Like she's not the main focus in Voldemort's life, and so she's got to try to find a way to redeem herself, right? Yeah, like. He said they hit on each other. He didn't just hit on her.
Oh, dear.
She hit on him, too.
Bullshit.
Right?
Bullshit.
So it's not even a situation that I can even really give a platform to because, she hasn't been truthful. She hit on him, too.
You are a dipshit, Keys, and I have proof you're a dipshit.
What comes first?
Hold
the
on,
chicken or the egg? I'm not a historian, so I couldn't say. All I know is that I surmised by looking at the situation that she was aggressive. I also got confirmation from her herself that she's aggressive in that way.
What?
And you put two aggressive people together and they get to drinking or doing whatever they do for leisure, and then boom, you got a fist fight. right? So,
Right? All right, we're gonna
he
stop
has no
right there.
reason to lie to me.
All right, we're just gonna stop it right there because I'm gonna let you hear what my kid. Y'all ever, guys? He just tied himself to the death threats. He just tied himself to Jenna. He just tied himself to the call that brought the feds here the other day. He just tied himself to the Candace call. He just tied himself to everything, including being behind Daryl Jacobs' profile. Every fucking bit of it with his stupid ass mouth. Hey, Boogie, how long have you owned that snake?
Since February 2019, 2018.
Did you hear my kid? February 2018, 2019. It was the year we went to DC. Because the snake, yeah. It was the first time we went to DC that the snake. And Keys, let me tell you, you're moronic ass something. If you had talked to Voldemort, which I hear Jenna actually did that. And that's what it looks like in the proof I was given of that, by the way. He would have told you the same fucking thing. That snake was over here was bought years ago. I can still march my ass down to that pet store and get the fucking receipt. As a matter of fact, if you want to call Tracy at that pet store and ask her how long that snake's been here that my son owns, please do. Please fucking do, you moron. It'll be the first amount of research you've ever done. And let me tell you where what you're speaking on with the whole Summer's been missing for a year or two. Somebody around Jody Sue says, bullshit, you fucking asshole. You know who was saying that? Well, old Raven ass, right? Daryl Jacobs. Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't us. Nobody has ever said Summer was gone that long because maintained we've seen her. And what you have there is a date. And I know what Andy was telling y'all. But you know what, Keys? If you had done any actual research yourself, because you were a lazy, lazy fuck, let me tell you, just like you were with Squall Tit when you had her digging, that bitch couldn't get nothing right. These can't either. You know that shit about Jose's truck and the shit about all this other stuff. Dude, it's been my videos for forever. You were fed nothing but what is already out there, but in a wrong manner. You're also dealing with a true fucking narcopath. Okay? Just like yourself, who has a history of beating on. Okay? And I know y'all love rubbing dicks.
I'm not sticking up for Benny, but you're the fucking narcopath, bitch.
Okay? But let me tell you something. Hey guys, I have a question. Sincerely. Y'all ever see me stand up and physically?
Here she goes, bringing her kids in again. Bringing her kids in. Bringing trauma into their lives. Asking about things that could have possibly traumatized them in their lives.
Beat your father? Y'all ever seen me hit him like that? You seen me try to push him off like that, but or to tell him to stop. But have you ever seen me hit him first? Have you ever seen me intoxicated and start a fight with him? Any of those things like that?
What mother does that to her children? When I brought your shit out, Jody, it was because I was showing the abuse you inflict on them kids. This is you doing that same exact thing. This is emotional abuse. You need fucking help.
He was never intoxicated, neither were you.
Well, I mean, he was always high, but I mean, you know, who knows what he was on. I mean, and seriously, how many times in your life have you ever seen me anything anyway? How many times in either of your lives? And you're grown, and you're 13. Other than say like last night when I had the rare.
So she goes on and tells us that she is her 13-year-old child, asking her 13-year-old child these questions on social fucking media. And you have the audacity to say that I was on there abusing your children? Bitch, you need help.
Drink. Until recently, would I even drink anywhere near you all? Like, I didn't even let y'all see that. I mean, Keys is a fucking moron, y'all. He's a fucking moron. But let me tell you something. The thing about this is that he is dealing with a true narcopath anyway. One that was warned days ago about Daryl. And obviously at the time they had pulled the whole, death threats and that sort of thing. But Keys just tied himself to that. Keys literally just admitted openly he is tied to a very real crime. Several of them, including being with Daryl Jacobs and having him do that. Also, with being the one behind Jenna, trying to text and get information from, that he was fed wrongly, and so was she. Now, let me tell you, I know what Keys is getting ready to do. And Keys, if you were a smart man, which I can see that you're not, I mean, it's just me. I would tread very carefully where you're going. Because I promise you, it's alright. Everything. Like, it's in my videos. I know what you're alluding to. And let me tell you, I've seen the titles, just like your video here about the dogs, that also Jacobs keeps bringing up, right? Even last night.
So who's doxing who, Jody Sue? Why do you keep doxing Green Eyes? Quit saying his fucking name. You do it to this day. You say everybody doxes you while you sit there and you give out names.
You're asking about my dogs. You're wrong about those two. You were hoping last night.
But is anybody wrong about the dogs? Because what have we discovered? What have we discovered in the last 3 months? That there was some dog ring going on. You was down there kidnapping your dog back from this dog ring. That you had fucking enemies, right? So is it a possibility, Jody Sue, that you brought enemies to Summer's property? You're right. The dogs are key. I'm back, bitch. That's it. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you fucking spewing shit about me. I'm done with looking like your fucking bitch. I'm done with you saying I'm working with people. I ain't working with nobody. And it's on.
Because you seen that live and you all thought I was drunk. I wasn't even close to it, you dipshit. But you thought, ooh, vulnerable. So, we will... Hold on, guys. I'll show you the proof of this. And I guess we'll go back and listen to the last couple minutes of this video. But let me show you the proof here of what I'm talking about. Let me link this together for you since Keys is an idiot and can't even do basics. Let me tell you. Alright, where's Daryl Jacobs? Alright, so this is... Oh, shit. So anyway. Wait.
Now, this is how she brought me on the scene. See what she's doing? She's showing text messages and things. She's about to dox Green Eyes. I can't believe I clicked on this. Like, I really don't know what's on these videos. So, it is what it is, and now I'm fucking responding. I don't know what the situation was before this. I'd have to go back and look and remember, but As far as I can see, you're doxing Green Eyes, right? You fucking bitch.
What you have here is, oh, they're looking for information last night. They started on the dogs, right? Your and Andy's story don't match. Gatlinburg, Andy's uncle, blah, blah, blah. But it starts with the dogs, right? They want to know about the pit and about blah, blah, blah. And they say something about a husky and Andy's whatever. And which one's the dangerous one? The dog he was looking for, June 14th, the husky, blah, blah, blah. And then he's mad because he realizes he's been misled, misinformed, misdirected. And now Daryl Jacobs and Keys are pissed because for all of Hatter / Daryl Jacobs bullshit, they're still too lazy, just like Squall was, that was also working for Keys, to even go back and watch the videos.
Squall's too lazy to go back and watch videos, but she stole all your videos and made them public. Make that make sense. You are nothing but a shit starter. Why, Jody Sue? Why don't you get on here and tell people why you like to start shit?
Now, let me tell you, I can tell you exactly what Andy was doing up there. And it wasn't looking for a dog. Mr. I'm going to ensconce myself into another police investigation around a missing child.
So tell us. Have you told us exactly what Andy was doing up there to this day? You're sitting here saying you can. You can tell us a lot of things. Why tease us with it? Just spit it the fuck out.
And fuck shit up. Trying to protect Candace and Dawn at all costs. You know, your actual money and feeding source that you're living well on right now. You know, not actually helping Summer. You're not doing anything to actually do anything. But you just tied yourself to Daryl Jacobs, to Jenna, to death threats, to the harassment and terrorization of myself and these children. And I want people.
I don't know if you heard that. Thank you, KK. Very much appreciated. Hey, Jody Sue, it's in your name. I made $10 today in your name. I just want you to know that. Any money I make on this stream is all in Jody Sue's name. Every cent.
Go over to Lizzie B's page and notice that yesterday there was also a video title, and I hate to see anybody over there because she is definitely working for Keys as well. The title of the video is also dog oriented. Then you have Chase putting out stuff about dogs. Okay, they're all connected, and they're all on that hill around Candace and them. But that means that call from Candace 3 days after the feds have been here, where she didn't know shit. She didn't know what happened after they bullshitted and made that call up about and called the feds with it. That's why the laughter and the joke about Keys. He just tied himself to that shit. They made a false call to the fucking feds. My daughter told the feds a long time ago what he had said about and what he terrorized her with one of the last nights he'd seen her.
So she says, Andy didn't say it like that. Thank you, September. Air Jody Sue, there's another 5 for you. I'm keeping it. Anyways, but there you go. She's saying she never said what she's saying right here. You know what? Let's rewind that a little bit. Oh, God, I'm so glad I'm fucking going through these videos.
It's always been explained in the manner that he was using. He was like, oh, her dead body's around here somewhere. Candace and Dawn killed her. Her dead body is here somewhere, and them motherfuckers across the hill. And he pointed that way when he was screaming at my daughter. He was like, those motherfuckers have killed Summer. You and I and everybody else know it. And her dead body's laying around here rotting and somehow, blah, blah, blah. In these extreme terms he knew would cycle.
Did I really just land on this? Everybody clip this. Everybody. Clip this right here. Bitch, you did say it.
Psychologically, mentally, fuck up my child. It was never, ever, ever said by us that he had actually laid eyes on. And if your lazy, sorry ass had ever watched any video or had actually spoken to police or Voldemort, that is not what he would have told you either. He would have never told you that I had said something. What you just did was put the words out of Daryl Jacobs' mouth and what he was saying in there into Andy's mouth and try to make it like that was said by us. Now, I've said on lives, and so is my daughter. She spoke one night on a live and said,
Thank you, Lip Lock. Thank you, KK.
things are happening. Now, let me tell you, like I mentioned in the last live, by coincidence, and I'd mentioned several videos ago, that they've been trying real hard lately to get Voldemort / Andy, right? I've known this long. So I'm going to play something for you that old dipshit has recently released. But that just tied him in with not only old Raven ass / Daryl Jacobs, but means that he's also been the one terrorizing, knowingly the one putting in the death threats with the fucking spoof calls to Andy's parents and Andy. He really just tied himself to this shit by this right here. And let me tell you.
Here's my. Ah, shit. Hold on.
And it's.
I hope I didn't click the wrong thing. Here's my thing about this right here. If she's not concerned about Andy, she doesn't care where he is. Thank you, September. Mwah, much appreciated. Jody Sue, that's from you. Okay. Anyway, so if she didn't care about what Andy did in his life and this, that, and the other, why is she worried about Green Eyes contacting his parents? Like, at what point, like, why doesn't she just, if you want nothing to do with Andy at this point, why don't you have nothing to do with him? He was not public at this point. I'm not sticking up for him. I think he's a fucking woman abuser and a piece of shit. But what I am saying is that you were bringing Andy public before Andy came public. You sit here and you say, oh, everybody was reaching out to Andy, and that might be true. I agree. I agree. It's some dickhead shit. I agree. There's something fucking funny with it. But I also agree that you were to the point sticking up for him while he's sticking his woohoo in somebody else. You're on here going, but Green Eyes was, Daryl Jacobs was contacting his parents. What do you care? What do you give a fuck? You're bringing it up. You're starting a madness. You're causing your own fucking chaos. And it's something you continue to do till today. And I'm fucking saying something about it. I'm over you. You get the angry crystal today.
It's exactly what she and I told the feds when you and Candace made the bullshit call to them the other day, and the feds wouldn't tell you what had been said. And then you got curious and had Candace call me, trying to dig for fucking information, wanting to know who the new girl was around Andy, wanting her fucking name, when you tried getting the workplace from me, and that didn't work, when you tried all the shit you could, because you're too fucking lazy to do anything, dude. Even basics.
Jody Sue, I have proof you didn't know her name. You were asking me to research her. Remember the license plate numbers you fucking sent me? Huh? You wasn't doing the typical basic research. You rely on everybody else like Doohickey and anybody that you think is willing to fucking help you. And then they turn around and fuck you. And you, all of a sudden, they're the bad guy. Okay, yeah, maybe they are the bad guy, but it's you that's causing all the fucking turmoil. You cause your own chaos. Stop it.
You just tied yourself to real fucking crimes, you motherfucking moron. Now let me tell you what else is in my videos, kiddies. It's an absolute. Andy was doing XYZ during my cancer treatment. Andy was doing XYZ with. And you better figure out what that is in a very quick hurry before you look even more fucking stupid than you do now. And like my last video, I hadn't even realized your dumbass had made this one yet. And I was talking about old girl in him. I've talked about her many times. I'm telling you, your fellow abusive ass there with a record, that you were all silver-tongued in my inbox weeks ago when you're still trying to get information from me personally. It didn't work out for you. When I was like, oh, well, heard you beat on your wives and girlfriends too. Well, you motherfucking do, bro. Okay? So, you can stand there and pander, and you can stand there and try to put out whatever the fuck you want. But I'm telling you, I'm going to make you look fucking stupid. And I already fucking have. As a matter of fact, here in a minute, I'll just go ahead, call Dan Pet Store myself, and we'll just put it on blast here. Mister, how'd you get money for a snake in lighting? And sir, it's my son's snake. She's been here since, like we said, 2018, 2019. She came with us because the abuser that Jenna was, trying to get information from, but wasn't working real well. And once again, thought they got something they didn't with the Jose's truck, this, and this, that, and the other, from people who've been warned about you and Daryl Jacobs. Anyway, the only thing you've managed to do here, Keys, today is tie yourself, Daryl Jacobs, Candace, and Dawn into very real criminal fucking behavior where it concerns I and my children. I am not.
And you have put yourself in to make it look very criminal behavior where it concerns Summer Wells. Haven't you? Criminal.
A scorned woman. Yeah, of course. Like I've said how many thousands of times in these videos, you're too fucking lazy to watch. How that went down disturbs me, disgusts me. But I'm not in the least scorned, and I'm used to this shit and new pieces of ass every other day. Okay? But I have never, ever once laid hands on that motherfucker first. I have rarely fought back. The reason he got away with it so long is because these children were here. And just like they told Joe, they can't remember once in their lives that I've ever touched him first. You know why? Because never, ever, even in the 26 years together, did I ever lay hands on that motherfucker first.
But you can emotionally abuse your children, right? By asking them to say that shit public. Scorning them for the rest of their life. Memories they have to live with. When they're your age, they're going to have to go back and remember all of this. Your daughter was 13. You're disgusting.
real quick not to until the kids come along, and then they were used against me, and then I didn't fight back at all. So they didn't hear, so they didn't see. But my children themselves just told you verbally.
Also, him saying
that I wanted
that
to be.
two aggressive personality types.
The thing is, your dad is a little bitch. Like, I mean, we all know this.
Yeah.
At home is the only time, like.
Yeah, but I've seen two people with anger issues have a perfectly fine relationship.
Think about it next door. That is one of those where there's mutual combat.
Yeah.
It was not like that where we were. So, I mean, that's the thing. It wasn't like that at all. And I don't care how Keys wants to spin it. I don't give a fuck what kind of lead up he's giving you all to this magical shit he's got. But I promise you, just like I'm telling him, he's getting ready to look even fucking stupider. And verification, I promise you. Nope. Because I'll tell you what, Keys might have some sort of verification from a narcopath who knew he was coming. But I promise you, no. So Keys, once again, thinks he has shit he doesn't have, just like Jenna. But what you all just did was tied yourselves into fucking real crimes. You called in false calls to the feds. You took real time from Summer's case. Then you called 3 days later through Candace, having her trying to make me change my goddamn story, Keys. And you want to stand here and call me a greedy bitch, dude?
So wait, back then it was Keys' fault Candace was calling her to make her change the story. That's interesting.
Are you serious? Anybody that pays attention knows where my fucking shit's held at. All that money you think I've gotten, every fucking cent has been reported to immediately to the feds. Like I've said, dude.
Prove it. Has every cent you've gotten since then been reported to the feds? Do you report every PayPal you get? Huh? Every Amazon wish list gift? You fucking money hungering fucking bitch. Everybody send me money under Jody Sue's name. I'm going to donate it to a good cause.
But you've not fucking paid attention or done your research, bro. Have you even looked to see that my videos are here on my Facebook? So you could mislead the bunch of dumbasses on your Facebook that are going to buy your shit. But what I'll tell you is happening on mine is that there's real, and I don't know what the fuck you're thinking, man. There are really eyes on my shit, just like there are Candace and Dawn's. You fucking moron. But you really just tied yourself into being responsible for death threats being made to people, spoof calling, Daryl Jacobs / the Hatter, the stalking of me and my children, the fake call to the goddamn FBI with the same information you just gave in that fucking live, dude. And the call with Candace and being responsible for you in the background in her fucking ear being the one to have her try to change my fucking story and then wink wink mention money. You want to talk about greedy? You want to talk about making money on Summer, Keys? What the fuck have you actually done for Summer, buddy? The only thing you have actually done is ensconce yourself into another goddamn investigation around a missing child and their parents.
I hate that I'm sticking up for Benny. I really hate this. As you have stated, Jody Sue, Benny covered children prior to Summer going missing. You popped up on the scene the very night Summer went missing, the very second Summer went missing. I showed that at the beginning of this live. You ensconced yourself into Summer Wells' case. You could have said what you had to said and been gone. You should be talking to the feds and the police, not social media. You brought these details out. You have caused all of the chaos in Summer's case. For what reason? I don't know. It needs to end.
And actually make money from. And what I know and others know is that you're definitely part of this motherfucking YouTube ring you proclaim to be against that pulled this fucking fundraiser, dude. So yeah, money, greed, fame indeed, Keys.
Jody, I actually have a question for you that I've been meaning to ask you for a very long time. Let's see if you'll answer it. Why did you accuse Squall of being the first one of starting the marathon? I agree. I can't stand Squall. Is it possible you and Squall work together? Because here's the situation. You're on her panel first. You know that she's going to come out about this marathon prior to being on her panel, as you have said. You knew she was talking about it. Why would Squall go to a stranger and talk about a marathon? Why is it you were all with this marathon until something went south? What was it you was going to gain from this marathon? I mean, I seem to sort of remember selling t-shirts and how many other things? The Christmas wish lists. You need a cabin. I think you need to go back and watch some of your own shit before you make any more fucking comments, bitch.
There's one of us with a YouTube channel, motherfucker, and it ain't me. There's one of us making money off of that fucking fundraiser, Keys, and it wasn't motherfucking me. And then here you are asking me about my fucking dogs. And then all of you connected in your little thing, like that pathetic ass Lizzie B, Chase, and you have all made titles, videos, mentioning dogs in your little lead up here today. And I just want to let you know that Candace and Dawn are getting ready to have to say exactly what the fuck was going down with Voldemort. Something I have proof of. Yeah. And I'm sure the cops do too, Keys. So, yeah. And there's shit I've not said publicly.
There's always shit you haven't said publicly. So, why tease us? I ask you again. Why state that? Why make that comment over and over in almost every fucking live you do? Things you haven't stated publicly. Like you have more to say. Well, if you have more to say it, spit it out or go to the police with it and get the fuck off YouTube.
That I also have proof of. This fucking petty ass bullshit game that you're using to make more money off of, Keys, is not going to turn out well for you or anybody involved. But I'll be goddamned if you're going to use I and my children or to discredit my domestic violence at the hands of that fucking monster and the very real damage he's done to my children to make a fucking cent off of. But you really, really, really openly like a moron.
And that's another thing. You're out here exploiting your own children. You sit out here and say things that he's done to my children, my children, my children. You put it out there. You're allowing us to know what it is your children have been through, not a therapist. You. You come out here and you tell the world what your children have been through. You are talking for them. Okay? It's enough of it. Quit exploiting your own kids.
Just hide yourself to all of those crimes. Because make no mistake, Keys, what you've done with your little highest slip of the tongue, can't even move around during the day without being fucking high as shit, obviously, is tie yourself to death threats. Daryl Jacobs. All this shit. The call with Candace. The live chat we did where you were trying to get her to make me change my story. With the wink get more money, which tells me that there's probably a lot of that fundraising money since Chase hit that hill, which is about the same time, being funneled into those pockets up there. Which is why all of a sudden everybody's okay to have fucking lunch after the.
I said that earlier, Lisa. Like, let's think about this. You see the post Penny put up yesterday. Now, this is the third time I'm mentioning this. It caught my attention. What caught my attention is Penny said to Jody Sue, "What do you want me to do with this?" Jody Sue says, "Keep playing." This is a missing child. Your missing neighbor that you claim you care about. And you're telling people to keep playing in her story, in her case. This is why I'm here today. This is what pisses me off. You are telling people not to turn fake feds in, not to turn all the bullshit in, but to keep playing. We're going to keep playing, Jody Sue. I'm done with you. 100% done. I have tried. It's been 2 years. I'm not coming out here to attack you or be mean or attack your domestic violence or your situation. What I'm attacking right now is the things you have done in this case, the people you have harmed in this case, the real lives you have intertwined with, because I've had 2 lawsuits on me, one of them with you. I am not a Jody Sue supporter, nor have I ever been. However, I have a fucking heart. Not no more, bitch. I've sat here, I've sat back at least 3 times a week. You get on your fucking panel, you call me names, you accuse me of shit I didn't do. Now you're in my inbox. You think you can block me so I can't write you when I have a question. But when Jody Sue has a question, everybody should open the fuck up and answer Jody Sue. You talk about shit, you send shit to try to get attention, to start a fucking conversation, and all you want is what you want. And then you go on and you say, "Oh, we didn't talk about that. That ain't of my interest." I am so fed up with your fucking antics. I can't take it. You're making me look like a fucking nut job on this shit because I have a heart. Well, I'm done having a fucking heart. It doesn't mean I don't believe all the other shit that I think. Okay? What it means is I think you're fucking involved in it. And I'm over it. I've tried. There's no more fucking trying for you. So now I'm going to point out everything you have done in this fucking case again. Because that's where we're at. You should have just left me fucking be.
The shit that went down. Because you know what's weird to me? Is motherfuckers who just had somebody threaten to like put a 9mm through their head, like, happened between Chase and Dawn there. And then made up this fairy tale that basically said, they were guilty of being abusers, but here's some right here being, I'm not going to be having lunch with that type of motherfucker. But all of a sudden, Chase's buddies, you're doing whatever, and then it's this old support, whatever's happened there. You know, look, Keys, you just tied yourself to all kinds of shit. And I don't know what kind of lame ass shit you're talking about, fame, or I've always wanted to be famous, dude. I sat in a box. Wasn't online. I didn't even go live on YouTube until after my cancer surgery and shit. Because my hands and shit, and also it was easy.
Here's another thing. The sitting in a box bullshit. You know what? My feelings are all coming out. You were able to get to your doctor's appointments without Andy in the car. That means you were able to drive yourself to a shelter, to a family member's home. You were able to pack your belongings and leave. Like the people in my chat are saying, you chose to stay in that situation. You chose to leave your children in that situation. You had ample opportunity to leave. You had a car. You went places without your old man. There's proof of that. How many fucking Facebook videos did you make? If you were in a domestic violence situation that you needed to get away from, you had the opportunity to get away. Now, I get it. There's trauma bond. There definitely is. But you came out swinging like there's no love. You don't miss him. You don't care for him. You never loved him. You don't want him back. All you've been trying to do is get away from him. Well, if that's the case, why didn't you? You chose to stay there in that fucking box, right? You put yourself there. You had opportunity to get away. That's all I'm going to fucking say. There's proof of it.
Easier for me in the way my stuff works. You know, because I'd always been a typer. I like writing, you know, whatever. But during that period, it was easier for me to do lives than to write. But you would know that if you watched or paid attention, instead of relying on stupid motherfuckers like Squall Tit, Daryl Jacobs, your other little pets, like Jenna, to try to do your dirty work for you and run back to the hole with their cheese that ain't worth a fuck. That's why you're so mad last night. Because, see, you want to talk about, oh, Voldemort's doing so well with the new source. And, well, Jody said, look, even he would never, look, okay? And here's the thing, Keys. I just want you to know that I've got those messages. I've got them. I mean, I can go ahead and post them and get that out there before you two. I've got them. Between you and old Voldemort there. I've got them. Ask me how.
Yeah, let's ask you how. How do you have them? I can't wait to hear her next words. Show them, Jody Sue. See, that's another thing you used to do on Facebook. You have all these receipts. Yeah, you showed what you wanted. Show everything you've said you were going to show throughout all these years. All these years since you've been public. Fucking gag me.
Now, Keys. Then ask yourself, just like last night when old Jacobs was pissed off in my inbox, right? Why he was so pissed. You want to know why? You want to lead up today real quick? It's because I told old Raven ass / Daryl Jacobs that they've been fed and led. Mr. I'm a god, not a creator. And then I start getting real mad. And now today, Keys is real pissed because he realizes what's really happened. And last night, like Daryl Jacobs accused me of being, he's like, oh, you're nothing but a con too, and you've been in this for the fundraiser. No, I've just been around a narcopath long enough to see one, just like your silver tongue in my fucking inbox weeks ago, Keys, with your sudden nice language and, oh, you're such a hero. Just like, I don't fall for butter either, you asshole. Is that aggressive enough for you? Like, I know butter when I see one. I know evil when I see one. And just because I'm aggressive doesn't mean I ever hit my abuser first. Like, or that I was drunk, or that I was a druggie. Fuck off, geese. All your shit's wrong, buddy. And I guarantee you, for whatever verification or whatever you got, I got 10 times the amount from more reliable sources that will make you look stupid as fuck, including Voldemort. Matter of fact, I've got years worth of Andy himself saying, "You've never hit."
No, no. Joe, Andy beat on her. Andy has admitted to beating on her. Andy has been in my chats admitting to beating on her. Andy's a piece of shit. Do I think Jody Sue's an instigator and has the ability to piss people off? Yeah, I do. But any real man would walk away from a situation like that. He's just as guilty as she is. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not getting along and you love your children, you separate. You don't hit each other. You don't scream at each other. I believe Jody Sue wasn't beating on him, but I believe she would instigate shit and Andy would pop her one. That's what I fucking think. Do I think it's right? No, absolutely not. I think they're both fucking pieces of shit. That's my opinion. I'm not going to coddle one like some creators do and hate on the other. I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't fucking like neither of them.
Hit me. Or him screaming at me on the way home or in videos. Stand up, bitch. Stand up and fight back. Stand up, you stupid bitch, and fight back. Hit me, bitch.
And let me say, that's just my opinion.
And I wouldn't. Go ahead, geese. Go ahead. You can try to reframe over there with your sad little pathetic number of viewers all you want. But I will bury you in the proof, in true validation, in actual shit, including the receipt for that new snake, dipshit. Those heating lights, bulbs, all that shit, dude, they've been here. In cages, they've been here. Yeah. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. And I can literally pick what you just said apart to an extreme level you can't even imagine. But you did just tie yourself to being responsible for the death threats, Daryl Jacobs, the fake call to the feds with false information. And I can tell you, and I know that initially it come from Candace and Dawn, who also knew, Keys, that what my daughter said, because she told it to them herself many times before ever leaving Ben Hill, what her dad had said to her about Summer's body. And if you had bothered to ever watch any of my videos, you would know that I have repeatedly had to take up for that motherfucker and be like he was at work all fucking day on camera. On camera. Not responsible. He could absolutely end up killing a child if it was domestic violence related or public related. But yeah.
These are other statements she says about Andy. This bothers me, and she still does this to this day. He threatened to shoot up the public. He could kill another child in a domestic violence situation, but he would never hurt Summer. If he could kill somebody in public, he can hurt Summer. If he can hurt his own child, Jody Sue, he can hurt Summer. So what is it? What is it you're trying to lead us to believe? You change your statement in the same breath every time. This is how you play games with the public that you're not fucking public on. This is you mind fucking and manipulating at its finest. So now why don't you fucking come out and tell us exactly what you mean? He can hurt a child in the public. He could hurt somebody he's in love with, children. He can hurt his own children, but he wouldn't hurt Summer Wells. You make no fucking sense. You're ridiculous. It's contradicting statements. It's manipulation and fucking gaslighting.
You could try to reframe a situation you were not part of, have no true knowledge of, don't know the first thing about, for your stupid ass, fellow abusive fucking audience, all you like. But I will bury you in proof and truth. But for police, you just connected yourself and Candace and Dawn, your meal ticket, the ones you're actually making money off of in Summer's fucking name, the ring you're actually part of that was doing this fundraiser that you pretend you're not while you run.
The ring you offered your used, sweaty, dirty shirt that you looked for Summer in to sell off at that fucking fundraiser. Fuck out of here with your shit.
And you have been. So, you and Jenna, Squall Tit, and Daryl Jacobs can suck my whole dick. Okay? My whole dick.
And you could suck every dick on this fucking earth. How about that?
But you just really admitted to several crimes, bro, on that live. Not minor petty ones either, dude. Fucking death threats. Harassment of a fucking witness. Because make no mistake. Well, here's the thing, honestly. Andy's really not a witness to a crime. Because he wasn't even fucking there. But the death threats, and see, here's the thing that further relates, Keys, is it.
You're right. You're stating Andy's at work. Ryan finds truth, went to Andy's boss, stated Andy was at work. Everybody's saying Andy wasn't there, but guess who fucking was that day? You.
Daryl Jacobs also have very real proof that that's also associated with death threats we've been getting that also have to do with dogs and etc., which are then further connected to our very real stalkers here on the ground. So you've connected yourself to our stalkers, to very real harassment of us, to minors. You have very much doxed my daughter through Squall, a minor child. You've had Daryl Jacobs steal her picture and post it online. She's a minor, Keys. And then through these other YouTube groups that you claim you're not part of, but there's proof that you are, including the fundraiser bit. And I've known this from the beginning.
Other than Benny being up on the Wells Hill, I don't have no proof of Benny being involved in the fundraiser. The things that make me feel funny about Benny is the fact that he was meeting Chase, going out to dinner with Chase, had conversations with Chase, and has had back chat with Tim Mullen. I don't know what part Benny plays in this fucking catastrophe. I don't remember him or Tiffany Marie being involved in the fundraiser other than putting the fundraiser down, and at the same time, neither of them even liked each other. Now, is there shit going on in the background because you got Penny and Scott? Like, none of this makes sense. Nobody comes out, talks about this from the fucking beginning. Nobody starts from day one. I was not involved in it. I didn't have my fucking YouTube channel then. But because I researched the fuckers involved in this fucking fundraiser, I have gotten sued. I have been laid to fucking waste here. Pretty goddamn much. I don't know how Benny knew about my lawsuit prior to me fucking knowing about it. I'm aggravated. I'm sorry if I'm cussing a lot. I'm sorry if I came out here angry, but after yesterday, and actually the last few days, because I've had stuff going on in the background, I've just had enough. I've had enough. I hope all of you have too. This has to end. This is enough. It all starts with Jody Sue. All of it. Jody Sue was public day one. Jody Sue was public minute one. Jody Sue has been public since. Jody Sue has not gone away. There may be a day here and there that Jody Sue doesn't come online to play fucking games with people. But Jody Sue doesn't miss a fucking beat. Jody Sue was 100% involved in that fundraiser. Jody Sue was on panel being interviewed by Chris McDonough during that fucking fundraiser. I think they're all fucking sus. I don't know what the situation is, but this fucking case has gone bananas. I personally have had enough. I'm sick of having to change my fucking YouTube channel up because of it. I'm sick of having to hide, pretend like I'm scared. There are moments I'm worried about saying things, but I'm sick of acting like people think that I'm fucking sticking up for this fucking bitch because I'm not. I don't know how to fucking put it. I'm just trying not to be disrespectful. I think my button's been pushed, and I'm over it. I think I have a right to fucking defend myself. I've been hiding in the bushes for fucking 2 years, and I'm over it. She's fucking done. I'm back to fucking researching her. There's no fucking reason for the shit that she's fucking pulling right now with me. The other shit I don't know. I haven't been fucking paying attention. I have other goals, as you guys have seen. Now I'm going to add those goals with this bitch. I ain't done with you, whore. I'm done. I'm getting off of here. My family's going to be getting up for lunch. I told Jins I had a friend staying over. My husband's off today. I'll be live tomorrow at 10 o'clock to go over some of the Christy Vincent shit. I don't even care that I said her name. She's welcome to come up on my panel and speak because I do have questions. I still find Scott fucking sus as fuck. I think all these fuckers are. How do they all know each other? Like, prior to this. I was listening to so much shit last night. Like, there's a live I can't even bring out because I'm being sued that Tiffany Marie did that I don't, again, remember, or maybe I didn't care to go over it. My mother was dying at the time. I would love to bring this out. Yesterday, I asked Jody Sue to cover it. She won't. I can't because I'm silenced. I'm in a fucking lawsuit. Because of this bitch. This bitch has caused my life so much fucking hell. I'm done. I'm not going to be quiet no more. I'm angry and I don't care if I sound like a fucking psychopath out here. I don't care who wants to fucking defend her or any of them fucking people. I'm over it. I've had enough of the fucking games. Especially with this one. Anyways, love to you all. Hit the like button. Hey, send me some money under Jody Sue's name. That's all I want today. I'm going to donate it to somewhere good. I don't know where yet. I didn't get much. I got what, like $20? But Jody Sue, that's $20 under your name. Peace, bitch. Love to you all. Hit the like button. I'll see you tomorrow night at 10.